The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Morning Market Kickoff with your host, Tommy O'Brien. Now, Tommy O'Brien.
Good Friday morning, everybody. I'm Tommy O'Brien, coming to you live from TFNN, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. We got about 24 minutes to go until the start of trading, just after 9 a.m. Eastern Time. And you got markets picking things up again. Positive territory overnight. How about getting all of yesterday's losses back and then some? Yesterday in the S&P, we kicked it off at 67.82, down 40 points, and we just breached to another all-time high this morning. 67.87. We're 5 points above where we were on yesterday's high. You had highs back here in September of 67.56, so about 15 points right now above that price level. NASDAQ 100. Similar action. Again, all-time highs coming at you. 25,196. We've dipped a bit lower since that high made at about 6 a.m. Eastern Time. The Dow, 46,951. Just off of the highs of 47,055 on the futures. And you get the Russell, just off the all-time highs as well. We hit a high of 2486. We have a high of 2510 from late September. Bitcoin, 121,345 negative on the session, but crypto continue to hold up well. So all the markets slightly in the green. We jump over to gold. Not quite at all-time highs. Yesterday, I got to say gold all-time highs. Markets at all-time highs. Well, gold, $3,900 an ounce. Not bad. I was talking to Tim Ward yesterday. Made the comment. It is pretty remarkable, folks. 28 grams in an ounce. Okay, so you're dealing with $3,900. $140 a gram. $140 a gram. I wonder if we're going to start seeing, we have the Tiger Metal Exchange, folks. My dad, Steve Rhodes, that flourished for a while when gold really accelerated and people had a lot of metal that they could trade in. When you're pushing $140 a gram, whew, I wonder when the supply is going to come out, because it's been such a rapid ascent, right? You're talking about going from 2,000 to 4,000 over the period of a year and a half. But boy, gold pushing those highs yet again this morning. And how about the volume? Okay. You could say the volume waning a bit as you go Monday, the acceleration. Tuesday is the big volume day. You wane a bit. But guess what, folks? Look at the weekly, right? We keep going up. Okay. You got a weekly here of 1.2 last week. But check it out. This week's going to come in at a big number, because you're talking about 250 plus 300. 305. Yeah, we're going to have a bigger volume number than we had last week, folks. You take a look at that weekly. This number is going to be higher. We're going to hit all-time highs. We're going to do it again, and we're going to do it on the most volume that you've probably seen since almost the week in May. Now, I had a great conversation with Sean Edwards from Direction last week, last Wednesday, and he was talking about inflows. You look at some of the inflows of these gold ETFs, there's a lot of buying at these highs, and volume will push it higher, but boy, not exactly a resounding vote of confidence when everyone's coming in when gold just doubled in price. All right, we jump around. Talk about Boeing at one point coming up. Boeing shares down about $1 this morning. We jump over to the chip stocks. NVIDIA shares slightly in the green, 189.50. It hits an all-time high yesterday at 191.50. 191.05. Amazon higher by almost $1 in the pre-market. You jump over to Microsoft shares, flat at 5.15. Meta shares up $1 right now. And let's talk about some of the action. So in more ordinary times, we would be getting the non-farm payroll numbers for September, folks. We're not getting them. Non-essential is how that is deemed. a number of private sector indicators out in recent days pointing to a sluggish hiring. Now, I talked about it a little yesterday. We're going to get jobs data from the private sector, okay? Economists estimated BLS was going to show 53,000 jobs added last month. ADP, BLS, Revelio, there is weakness in the economy, period. Private payrolls, that's the number we just got. Come on. 32,000 down in September. But we don't get as much inflation data. So nonetheless, we're missing that data point right now, and we're going to be missing some data points going forward. But yeah, check out job postings as well. Indeed job postings. Now, from what I see online, Indeed is an area where many companies post, where many people looking for a job go, but it's also an area where you get a lot of slop, for lack of a better term, online, with fake job postings, etc. Gold, 7th weekly gain. The bullion, 38.60 an ounce. Futures, I just talked about, we're trading at 3,900, and it's the 7th weekly gain, up almost 50% this year. The biggest annual gain since 1979. All right, folks, markets in the green this morning. We'll talk some yields. We'll talk some dollar when we come back. Gold trading at 3,900. It's Friday. Gold on Fridays. We're going to check it out. S&P's up by 2. We'll come right back. If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
This portion of the Morning Market Kickoff is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com.
Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Welcome back, folks. Market's in the green right now. When you talk about the AI space, we jump over to Oracle shares. Trading right now basically flat. We talked about NVIDIA shares, slightly in the green. We hit an all-time high yesterday. And BlackRock, they're saying, how do we get into this action, right? Well, they're going to try. BlackRock, $40 billion data center deal in bet on AI. OpenAI gets a valuation of $500 billion yesterday. They want in on the action. Advanced talks to acquire Aligned Data Centers. Aligned, which is backed by Macquarie, could be valued at about $40 billion. That agreement could come within days. MGX, Sovereign Wealth Fund, is also involved in the talks and would invest independently as part of the transactions. So here's one of their data centers in Illinois. No final agreement just yet. And yeah, they want in on the action. Not surprising. Chip stocks, data centers, the whole build out. That would rank among the 5 biggest transactions this year. Yeah, and they already have some exposure, but you're talking about $40 billion. Aligned, 50 campuses, 78 data centers under management and future development. So in January, they landed a $12 billion equity and debt commitment from investors, including funds managed by Macquarie Asset Management. And Align was one of the companies represented in a meeting with Trump admin officials on speeding the development of AI and the infrastructure it relies on. Recent deals include Meta raising $29 billion. Yeah, Oracle raising $18 billion in bonds. The race is on, and BlackRock's getting in $40 billion. All right, let's talk a little Boeing. So, the trouble never ends. On the heels of Boeing just getting the ability to self-certify some of their inspections, they just run into constant problems. Now, this thing's accelerated almost double in price from $127 in April. You back this up even further, though. Nope, that doesn't even get it. Wow, a 5-year chart doesn't even get the run in terms of where this was. 2019. Oh, amazing how time flies, right? We're approaching 7 years from the highs in Boeing. 7 years. Whew. If you recall, it was the 737 MAX originally that pushed them from those highs back to the chop area of 365, and then it was COVID that accelerated them from that area down to the doldrums of $89. But it's struggled since then. And you check out this article. Billions in charges over that 777 debut delay. How about 6 years? I was reading this one this morning, early this morning, sipping my coffee. And this is where it just blows your mind, right? 6-year delay. The jet already 6 years late, okay? Analysts estimate the non-cash accounting charge could run from $2.5 billion to as much as $4 billion. Whew. So it's slated to fly commercially for the first time in about a year and a half instead of next year. Whew. So Lufthansa is already making plans for the delay. They're not including their fleet of plans until 2027. I mean, remember that they have a huge backlog already, right? And they can't even deliver the planes they thought they were going to deliver by the time. I mean, the backlog is just amazing. And that's why you need inspectors. Because think of the pressure on them to push out planes. The pressure is on them to push out planes that don't crash. But the backlog and these types of delays, when you're talking about billions of dollars, 6 years delayed. So they report earnings October 29th, also Fed Day. Good luck to those executives on that conference call when you get a Fed Day. Yeah, so this is where he's already talked about this last month. Last month at a conference with Morgan Stanley, the CEO, Kelly Ortberg, talked about that the 777X certification was falling behind schedule. He did not provide a timeline. As you know, even a minor schedule has a pretty big financial impact, minor schedule delay, because we're in a reach forward loss situation, so we're looking at that real hard. And the pattern here is they use investor conferences to signal negative news and set expectations for the quarterly earnings. That was the setting, and here they come October 29th. Originally set to fly commercially in 2020. Imagine, they're going to be like a decade late. Right? Who says they're going to fly in 2027? That's 18 months away. They were supposed to fly commercially in 2020. 2020. $11 billion in cost overruns for that plane alone. The program is in a reach forward loss position, meaning Boeing won't recover the development costs across the first 500 airplanes. 500 airplanes. Boeing could report a charge as large as $4 billion from those delays alone. And that covers cash payments from delivering 18 planes. They're going to lose money for the first 500 planes. They're just talking about 18 right now. Kind of blows your mind. And I think I'm being kind. Take a look at Boeing. You pull off the COVID acceleration off the charts. Kind of the volume has waned since this April acceleration. We get some selling last week. We're going to open down by about $1 in the pre-market. You know, all those commitments that Boeing's got, and Boeing's a perplexing one, folks, okay? Because you kind of have a backstop. Use the word kind of too many times this morning already. You have a backstop in Boeing. The backstop is the federal government, folks. We need a company that makes airplanes so that the European company Airbus is not the only game in town. But guess what? All of these commitments that you see from Emirates and all that stuff, they don't have to buy planes for 7-10 years down the road. And Boeing can't even meet those obligations. And you're talking about a company right now, $163 billion market cap. They're going to sell 500 of those planes just to even start thinking about it. We're coming back for the open, folks.
Skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Welcome back, folks. We got markets open. S&Ps, we got a little bit of an uptick on the opening bell. And there's some volume coming in on that 930 bar. S&P's up by 8 points or 0.1%. NASDAQ 100 up by 0.1%. 25,138 right now. Dow, 0.2%. A little bit of bid on the open. And the Russell up by 0.5%. Check that out. Russell, 2488 up by 13 points. We jump over to Apple. Had been the big dog, but NVIDIA's the big dog now. You jump over to Apple shares. We're talking about a valuation. $3.8 trillion market cap. Well, Jefferies says that might be a little bit too expensive. They downgrade Apple to underperform from hold, and they lower their price target to $205. How dare Jefferies? Hey, it's been a heck of a run. I say that sarcastically, folks. Apple from 170, 254. You take a look at the weekly. Pretty remarkable, these pullbacks, right? Where you touched technically on this chart on that acceleration in April. Apple drives down to 2021 prices. Microsoft, 2021 prices. And we take off like rocket ships, but yeah. Unrealistic expectations for upcoming iPhone models as well as the upgrade cycle. Too high. Better demand for the iPhone 17 partly attributes to a price cut on the base model rather than new innovations already is priced into the stock. Overly bullish iPhone outlook. This is some of what Jefferies is saying with their underperform rating. After raising iPhone forecasts and including a $100 price hike for the future iPhone 18, the firm's discounted cash flow remains little changed. Yeah, without new features that push the envelope. Folks, I keep saying it, right? 5 years old. 5 years old, my current phone. It's great. It's great. 5 years old. I use my phone for everything. 5 years old. Apple's got a problem if people go in 5 to 6 years without upgrading their phones, folks. Without new features that push the envelope, a price-driven replacement cycle may not be sustainable and could result in margin pressure. The iPhone Air, touted as the thinnest phone yet, has not resonated with consumers, making any bullish view risky. I would love a thin iPhone, but I'm not willing to sacrifice the battery life. That's actually the main reason why I'd probably get a new phone right now, right? Battery finally gets you. Yeah, they talk about even the most important component on the foldable phone takes a page out of Samsung's book. Recently launched Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7 retails for $2,000. It's the price point that limits the total addressable market, not the form factor. So, expectations are everything, folks. And it's a remarkable acceleration when you put it in terms of market capitalization. Right? Apple right now has 15 billion shares outstanding. 15 billion shares outstanding. Every $10 is 150 billion in market cap, and we just traded up in the last 2 months almost $60, which is almost 900 billion in market cap added. Amazon shares slightly in the green today. Nvidia, that's a weekly. We hit an all-time high yesterday. Checking on Oracle, up about 0.5% right now. Paramount Skydance up by 1.2%. Warner Bros. Discovery up by 0.9%. Disney shares flat at 112. And on day 3 of the shutdown, we'll see where the politics play out. There's political risks on both sides and risks to everything going on. You know what's remarkable is I watched the show South Park, which I love. And I always think of Dave White. Dave White loved South Park as well, man. We used to crack some jokes. And I had never heard of Labubu until South Park, right? Shame on me. And you know what I have heard of, though? The blind box toys, okay? And when I say blind box, I'm talking about there's all this rage now where you want one doll, well, you got to buy a random mystery box to see if you can get one of the 8 dolls. I've never done it, thankfully, okay? Don't do it for Tommy. Don't do it for your kids. It's like gambling for children. And you don't need to even read this article to know what it says, folks. But guess what? Labubus, they're the hottest blind box collectible. And that's what South Park even gets into in terms of these blind boxes and how expensive they are and really how it's a gambling knack. Yeah. All right. You get back to AI. I'm not sure if you've heard or seen the video of Sora 2. So Sora 2's got some great video generation now. Safety and censorship to the test with stunningly real videos. Folks, it's over, right? Videos on the internet don't mean anything anymore. They shouldn't. Don't be amazed if you see a video because it's probably fake if it doesn't make sense and you think it's fake. Think back to when we started seeing even just digitally imposed dinosaurs, right? Imagine, Jurassic World came out in 1993, Jurassic Park. Those types of visuals did not exist, period. And then you just had the ability to have still pictures. Now no video means anything. So safety and censorship, the biggest video out there on the Sora 2, and I'm not sure if it still is, was the one of Altman, a fake video of him stealing GPUs, right? Yeah, there it is, including a viral clip of CEO Sam Altman shoplifting GPUs because he needed more GPUs for Sora 2. The cat's out of the bag. Videos aren't real anymore. That's it. And yeah, hopefully they limit some of it. But that's like saying, anyway, to limit that technology, it just doesn't matter anymore. There's going to be authentication and all that stuff. We're talking about the law and evidence. It's a murky area. But I think by default, you have to actually just go to that everything's not real. And why would you go anywhere else, right? The technology that's available right now that you can see, videos aren't real unless they're proven real, because it's just going to be fakes everywhere. We jump over to crude. Lower prices continuing. We hit a low this morning of 60.55. That's your daily. And look at the volume ramping up in crude. Lower prices coming at you. Hit a low of 60.40 yesterday. There's your 15-minute. And we're coming back to test those lows this morning. We check back in on gold. Oh, gold on a Friday, catching a bid. $41. $41 in the positive. Gold trading at $39.09. We'll come right back, folks.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC. Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Welcome back, folks. We have gold up by $42. That's 1.1% in the green. And you can see making a run for the highs of yesterday. Those are all-time highs at 39.23. And on a volume basis, we're getting volume ramping up right now. That's your 930 bar. This is a 15-minute bar, so we're 12 minutes into that bar right now. Put it on a 5-minute. You really got that nice acceleration right at 930. And we're pushing above. $12 away from all-time highs. You jump over to silver right now. Now, gold, I mentioned, up by 1%. Silver up by 3%, right back to where we were yesterday. Longer term, How about these highs out there, right on the futures? 50.50 back in 1980. And then you get the high on the run in 2011 to 49.82. 49.82. We've gotten to a high so far in silver this month of 48.01. And on silver, we're right up to that 1 to 1.618 expansion, that area right at around $49. On a weekly basis, look at the run we had last week on silver. You do 412,000 contracts. We take a look at the daily. Okay. You're going to beat that number, folks. We've done a lot of volume this week. You're talking about 110, 100, 95, 114. That's 200, 300, 400, 410,000. You have the weekly volume. Right? This week, we've already done 400,000 contracts in the silver contract. Already. Today's going to push us to 450 plus. It's only 9:45 in the morning. So this run is just continuing with volume right now. I mean, you have a shot to be the most volume in silver all year. Whew. Big time volume in the metals. Jump over to copper right now. Look at this run in copper run. There's your daily. It's not stopping, man. We're above $5. Now we're coming back into this bar from July. Accelerated higher, gave it back. We're testing that $5 area. Copper up by 2.3%. Jump over to yields this morning. A little bit of lower price, higher yield. The 10-year was at about 4.09. Yeah, 4.10 now, 4.096. So 4.1 on the 10-year. Pressure remains on the dollar to the downside. 97.69 right now on the dollar, below anything we saw yesterday. Even that acceleration we got briefly. We're coming back within only, 10 pennies from the lows we had yesterday. Look at that Apple, man. You can't hold Apple down. Unbelievable strength. Tesla shares trade lower yesterday on their numbers. And probably the market factor in who's going to buy an electric vehicle after the expiration of those tax credits at the end of September. And you can buy one. But you made a $7,500 mistake by not buying one 4 days ago. And I don't see many people getting over that hump for some time. Just the mental fortitude of that battle in your own mind, saying, why didn't I buy it a month ago? I'm not buying it right now. I'd be a fool. Toyota up by 1.7%. Ferrari's been on a little bit of a run. Down by 1.1% today. An earnings miss at the end of July. Let's put this on a daily. Yeah, that was a strong trade. All right, you close that gap. You break above it with some volume. All right, so who's in the red here? Google off by 1.5%. Mickey D's slightly in the red. Las Vegas Sands off 4.6%. All right, that's a great segue, so check this one out. And the strip, Caesars in general, I should say Caesars, the strip in general, okay? Yeah, numbers are down in Vegas. But check this one out. The Venetian. I've had some great times at the Venetian. They got a great poker room at the Venetian as well. And now they're going to have a great new restaurant. Cody, $35 million renovation, stadium seating, skyboxes, and high-end Korean barbecue. If you want some A5 Wagyu beef with some beautiful truffle slices, black truffle slices, and truffle aioli, they don't even tell you the cost of this in here. The costs are higher. We're going to do more, and it's still a good deal as Vegas Strip steakhouse prices go. But yeah, this is coming to the Venetian, and it is part of the $1.5 billion renovation. 17,000 square feet, 200 plus seats, multi-story space. Now, it's not even open yet, this restaurant. And this used to be, it wasn't even a restaurant, Barney's. So they had the department store that they turned into this restaurant, Cody. And before it's even open, and they don't have anything Korean on the Strip. Koreans love to gamble. And I've been, well, they have nothing Korean. So this is the first real, and they put it in here. How do they phrase it? Because they talk about how the Korean pop stars, when they came to Vegas, where is it? Yeah, in 2022, BTS, they had to go off the Strip to find Korean food. Well, that's not going to be the case anymore. When you talk about decadence, how about a take on escargot, but with lobster chunks in the shells? And there's your A5 Wagyu, and there's your bar. And they have private boxes, right? The Hearts, Clubs, and Diamonds room, 8 to 10 guests. And then there's a room with 14 seats with karaoke machines. So they're shifting the balance on what entertainment is. And I'd love to check out that restaurant. Looks like a good spot. $35 million renovation, 200 plus seats. As the Venetian, $1.5 billion renovation. But Vegas, man, they got some trouble with numbers down. We'll take a look at those stocks when we come back, folks. Stay tuned.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
The reality is that navigating financial markets can be risky. Markets can be chaotic and difficult to understand. Having the latest market advice can help you turn this chaos into a key for creating winning trades. At TFNN, we understand that it can be hard to find reliable market news. That's why each of our market experts offers their very own market newsletter, a must-have tool for every trader out there striving to find an edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets so you can analyze the market before you trade. Try any of our great newsletters risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee. Just visit the Newsletters tab on the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Welcome back, folks. Markets continuing to climb. And yeah, how about that acceleration? All-time highs. Right there, folks. 67.88. We peak above just where we were. NASDAQ 100. All-time highs in the pre-market. We're up by 27 points. The Dow catches a bid. 47,060. And how about the Russell? Up by 1.3%. You jump over to the Dow, right? You got green everywhere. UNH will always help when you're talking about a $360 stock up 1.7%. Goldman, a $780 stock up by 0.6%. Look at this Caterpillar up by 1.3%. IBM up by 1.8% right now. You jump over the NASDAQ 100. Google, Meta in the red. Netflix as well. Mercado Libre down by 2.9%. Palantir, look at Palantir pulling back. Ooh, what's going on with Palantir? Anduril and Palantir battlefield communication system has deep flaws, Army memo says. Wow, this equity. All you're doing is trading back to where you were on Wednesday, right? Particularly volatile. Palantir down by 3% today. Not even sure that's what's moving it. You got a lot of news out there, but that could be it. Well, you dive right on the open, right? Look at that. Jump around some of the other high flyers. Robinhood up by 0.6% right now. Apple gets a downgrade and they shake it off and trade higher by 0.7%. Amazon in the green this morning. Yeah, Google, one of the downfalls, down by 1.4%. Say downfall pullback today. We finish up with some of the home builders. Lennar up by 1.6%. KB Homes up by 1.7%. DR Horton, DHI, up by 1.5%. We finish it up with gold. So we got markets at all-time highs. S&P, NASDAQ, Dow. Gold, $10 away from those highs. Gold, $39.09. Quite a price point. Folks, thanks so much for kicking off your Friday trading day right here with us at TFNN. Stay tuned. Basil Chapman coming up next at Tiger Technicians Hour. Steve Rhodes at 11 o'clock with the Trader's Edge. Fast Market at 12. Larry Pesavento at 1 o'clock. And we'll see you at 3 o'clock as well. Have a great Friday, everybody. Basil's coming up right now.